Hello, YouTubers. Hello, subscribers. It is time for a rant. Hello and kisses to all of you. I hope that you're having a wonderful, wonderful, what day is it? Thursday. Kisses to all my subscribers. Thank you for yesterday, spending time with me. Let's get started. I want to first off say that as an American, as a U.S. citizen, it really pisses us off that Meghan made those statements. And I'm a viewer. As a viewer, as a American, as anyone, for her to come out with a statement, for them, I say her, she put it out. Let's just be honest. Meghan put the statement out, stating that they almost died in a car crash and made it into such a PR stunt is insulting, and it's not going to fly. Meghan has opened up Pandora's box in such a way that she's going to wish she never said anything. This will never go away. It is not like Oprah. It is not like Netflix. It is not like your regular stuff. Because our news is changing. And when it's changing and saying things like, these two exaggerated. This is a stunt, a PR stunt, in a Hollywood. I mean, who makes up that? And then they go on to say how that we don't want to hear anything about these two. But here's the deal. There is an investigation going on into this. You can't make these kind of claims. Meghan can't make these kind of claims and then expect it to just slow down. This will never slow down. This will be the beginning of the end of her. I really do believe that. Because I believe what we are seeing is that she's bringing her shenanigans over here to the United States. And we don't want that. We don't want her in the middle of Manhattan talking about she's being chased by paparazzis and lying. And once again, becoming the victim and becoming the damsel in distress. There is no footage showing a chase for 2 hours. Just listening to the news. Let's get started, okay? Now, this may be, Kira's not asleep right now, and so I may have to stop in the middle and do part 2. But I'm gonna don't jump around this time because I don't want to miss anything. And I want to tell you why I feel the way I do. As far as Meghan and her shenanigans have done it this time. I just really do. It opened up everything that her and Harry has done. They're talking about what the Queen said, recollections may vary. Because now we're saying it. Didn't the mayor come out and say that that's not what happened? It was impossible for that to happen to Meghan and Harry. I'm going to say Meghan. I'm not even going to say Harry, them name. I'm going to say Meghan because this is her show. She thinks she's in Hollywood doing this. She is. She is in Hollywood. And she thinks that this is a game. But the game she plays affects those around her. You can't push the panic button and nothing go down because, listen, stop the narrative that there could have been a crash. Because there could be a crash when I get in the car and when I drive to the corner. I can say that all day long. You know what? There's a ball that ran right across in front of me. It could have been catastrophic. I could have rolled over with my tires. My car could have flipped over. That's what she sounds like. Coulda, shoulda, woulda is not going to get it. They're doing an investigation because guess who wants answers? We do. We will call the New York City, like, I believe it's the grifter. She called the mayor. Let's say it like that. Go watch it. And left a message. And he got it. But she's not the only one that's calling. Because New York City, the people in that city don't want Meghan coming down there lying on their paparazzi and lying. And then trying to make believe that they care about the citizens. If you cared about the citizens, Meghan, why would you go on a high-speed chase? High speed, I'm calling it high speed. That's what she wants us to know. That's what she insinuated. That she went on a high-speed chase, okay, in Manhattan. The mice and the rats know that you can't do that in New York City, in Manhattan. They would get ran over. It's impossible. It is not possible, which means she lied. It is not considered a misunderstanding. It is not considered a exaggeration. It is considered a bold-faced lie. Do I sound a little frustrated? Maybe just a little. Because what she's not going to do, and what people that have been trying to bring awareness about these two forever, is not going to feel comfortable with her over here, with her shenanigans, lying and pretending that she's in some kind of way. No, Meghan wanted people to know that she was at an awards event and she just got an award. And then, of course, there's more to it than that. Of course, they want security. This is why we need security. They had a police escort. Excuse me. I won't even say escort. They had police assistance. I was over there at someone else's channel this morning, and I had to make sure that channel never pops back up on my feed. So I put not interested, remove. On there showing this one scene. This is a Sussex squad. On there showing this one scene with Meghan and Harry in the taxi, and you see police officers lined up in the back, and then you see the security guard get out of the car, walk around to somewhere to say something to the police officer, and the cameras are going. They're clicking. There's lights bubbling everywhere on this taxi. And here in the United States, if something goes down, the media has a special spot. They have a special spot to be in so that they can tell us what the hell is going on, because we are supposed to know. And they want us to know. And the way they talk to us, our news and them, we will get back to you as soon as we know more. This is a development story. We will keep coming with more and more because we know you have questions. People will call up there to the news station and say, "What's going on with this case?" They'll call to the police station. Meghan has opened up herself for straight up scrutiny and showing that she is a liar. And what she has done has opened up the Liars Guide. And now Americans are digging. The news people are going to they're showing the docuseries. They keep showing Harry and his what happened to his mother. And then they go on to showing how Meghan and Harry had the Harry Potter preview in there, models, Photoshop, a photo picture of photographers, and also Michael Cohen's court case. All those pictures was in the docuseries to show that the paparazzi was after Meghan and Harry. That's a lie. How could those pictures go? How could that relate? She was talking about how her and Harry were being hounded by the paparazzi in the press and how her mother was, his mother. But what did that have to do with Harry and Meghan? Because they're yet to be hounded, even in this incident. No one's chasing you. And you know no one's chasing you, but you want us to believe that. And let me tell you something. You can't tell me that Hollywood over there is not talking about her and saying, look what she has done. Because all of them A-listers have been to New York. They get on those planes every day like nothing. Celebrity, you can see a celebrity all day long in New York. And so they know you can't have a car chase. And so I'm sure their head is spinning like, Why would she say they were in there for 2 hours? I just want to say this really quick about my husband. I love him. He is such a wonderful man. And that's it. Let's start from the beginning, shall we? Kisses to all my subscribers. I wanted to go live today, but it's, it is what it is. Okay. They're calling it a Hollywood stunt. I always change my topic because I just do. The Hollywood stunt. Okay? This is on the news. I didn't make this up. This ain't coming from me. This is coming from the news. This is what's coming out. This is what I'm looking for. This is the news that I'm looking for. The truth. And so I don't want to hear about this near catastrophic. Oh my God. I mean, when it first broke, it was like, is everybody okay? Is everybody okay? Then after we find out everybody's okay, then we're like, okay, what happened? And I'm going to call myself a nosy American. Because if I'm nosy, I know everybody else is, and they're going to want to know what happened. Because the story doesn't add up. If the story made sense, then we probably would just, talk about it and move on. But it don't make sense, so here we go. An American stunt. So the spokeslady says, who is speaking the truth? They have claimed and had accusations. Hold on. Was this a PR stunt? That's what after she explains what happened, Meghan and Harry get into a car on their way home from the award show that she just had received an award. The paparazzi said in their statement that they believed that they were going to dinner. Why would they follow them to their hotel or to where they're staying? If the paparazzi knew that they were going to, somewhere private, I believe they would have broke off. The paparazzi over here are not trying to kill anyone and has a gun in their car and chasing people down, like Meghan has stated. Because the statement was that they were nearly in a catastrophic car accident that almost killed 2 pedestrians and some other people. And it was multiple 12 vehicles blacked out. Imagine that happening in Manhattan. First of all, everybody's going to be looking and trying to figure out, oh, what celebrity is that? What's going on over there? But she made it seem like it was the mob. Like, they were staking out, and they were in these SUVs, and they had their machine guns, and we were running. They were chasing us, and it could have been catastrophic for 2 hours. We were scared for our lives for 2 hours. They get in the car, paparazzi think, but I believe because in their statement, they said that they didn't mean to frighten or mean any harm. They were just doing their job and taking pictures like they do any other day. And like the taxi driver said, nope, they do this all the time. They're respectable. The paparazzis are not out to get anyone. They're just doing their job. There was a normal paparazzi moment. He said, I could tell that they were scared, but I don't know what they had been through before. Well, I'll tell you, taxi driver. They said that they were in a mob situation, like gangster with guns after them for 2 hours, running to get them. And so you, the little taxi driver, no gun, nothing to protect them with, they needed to jump in your taxi and you to save them. So you were going to save them. It was weird. And then the police was always there. If they wasn't on the scene at the moment, they were on the scene at every corner. If they had saw someone shooshing by, they would have red alert. No one wants Meghan coming in their cities disturbing it the way she disturbed it and lied. She lied. Now, imagine her in your city in there lying up on your people and what would happen. I think I would probably be a little frustrated with it. But she is in America thinking that she's going to get away with it. It's not like the Queen, baby. It is not, don't explaining. They're coming for her. They're going to do a full-blown investigation. And when they do, the report is going to come out. And I know there's going to be some deep diving. If there is or if there isn't. But the stories are coming out. It's a stunt. It's a PR stunt. It is impossible. That means that it is impossible for this pen to work. It's just not going to work. It's impossible. The mayor said it is impossible. Not even, you can't even make it up. We're not in no Hollywood movie. You can't have a car chase down in Manhattan unless you in a movie set like Speed. Impossible. Impossible means that this pen doesn't write. No matter how hard I try, it's not going to write. But she said it did. It does write. Meghan tells us that it does write. And we see that it doesn't fit. Meghan and Harry has put their mouths and opened their mouths. If I'm this hype about it, and people that don't even know her is trying to figure out, why in the world would you come over here with this and lie? It doesn't make her look good. Watch how WME drop her. Here's the deal. One or two things are going to happen. I'm looking for the headlines for the truth. Because it's impossible for her to be chased for 2 hours. It is impossible. I've never heard of something being impossible changing into possible. When someone says, Miss Murray, your car is dead, it is impossible for it to be revised. Your car is dead. You're going to have to buy a new car, period. You can take it to any mechanic you want to, and they're going to tell you it's impossible. So after they said, was this a PR stunt? That's what the journalist says. She said, was this a PR stunt? She said, let's go to the lady in New York City. So now we're in New York City with the spokesperson on the scene. We're on scene. Okay? We're not in a studio. She's in New York live talking to us. And she's going to tell us. She said, I would just start off with what the Queen said. She said, recollections may vary. Queen Elizabeth is still the Queen, isn't she? She's still being the Queen. You know what? You got to give it up for her right now. Everybody just give it up to Queen Elizabeth because she's still teaching her something. Because if she had sat down and listened to what this wise woman that have met so many wonderful people in her life and has done so much for you guys in Great Britain. It is insane, that woman. We should still be celebrating Queen Elizabeth. But here it is. The very thing, I do believe this is the defining moment for Meghan. I do. I think this is the defining moment because she's the little woman that keeps crying wolf. And nobody wants to keep looking at that person. We don't mind looking at the award woman, but we don't want to see you cry wolf. And there's no wolf. It's impossible. There wasn't no 2-hour chase. There wasn't this big paparazzi mob. Let me get back to the taxi driver driving the taxi. And the security guard gets out the car. Sorry, I got to go back. The security guard gets out the car, comes around and says to him, and just says whatever. The flashes are going off everywhere. Meghan and Harry and Doria and them are in the car. And then you see the cab driver, I think it was the cab driver that got out the car. Because he came around and said something, and then he got back in the car, and then he was getting ready to drive off. But when he drove off, there was like 5 or 6 police cars behind that taxi. And not one of those police officers got out the car and said, stop taking pictures. They didn't say stop taking pictures, move away from over here, we're trying to get through. None of that. Let me continue. So I forgot that part, so I wanted to make sure I got that. Let's move on. So Queen Elizabeth, recollections may vary. In other words, they're lying. And the news journalists, both of them, were so engrossed into it. They were just like, this is something I've never seen before. Like, it's really ironic, and it's really amazing. You have to go back to what Elizabeth said. Recollections may vary. She says, you've been in New York. I'm here now. She says, Manhattan, you can't have a 2-hour chase down here in Manhattan. It is impossible. The journalist was saying it. She said, I'm just going to repeat what the mayor said. You can't do a 2-hour chase here. There's police officers on every corner. Because it's just their territory. It's happening in Manhattan. It's lit up all the time. Mm-hmm. And if you looked like you wanted to get on the sidewalk, you would kill someone instantly, because there's vendors all up and down those everywhere. And I said that yesterday, but she repeated what we're saying. And so her celebrity friends and everybody that's from New York, everyone knows that Meghan has lied, that they are lying. And they don't want to say that, what I'm saying, because I'm saying it. But they said that they're calling it a stunt. They're calling it, they also said it was exaggerated. No, she lied. She lied. It wasn't no exaggeration. Tell the truth. She's been lying. She lied on the royal family about the racist comment. Now we can go back to that. Because now everybody can see that she's lying, because no one can do a 2-hour chase in Manhattan. Someone said, does she think, she said, that's a Hollywood stunt. Because you can only do that in the movies. You can only chase someone doing that in a movie. Honestly. You can pick a movie where you see a car chase happening in Manhattan. That ain't real. But Meghan thinks it is. I think she thinks she's playing in her own Hollywood movie. And I don't think that she cares if nobody likes her or doesn't like her. I don't think that she really gives a care. She doesn't. She doesn't care if she looks like a fool. Because she keeps making one out of herself. Why would I call the paparazzi and ruin my moment? Like I said, to get more attention on my award. This is not the way, honey. You hit the wrong button and woke up the mayor. Let me continue. They said that there were multiple witnesses. multiple. Several. Remember how she said there were several conversations about his skin tone? I just wonder what Oprah's thinking of her girl now and Gail. Yeah, they need to have a show. They need to have a real show. A real show to show it all and stop the games. Because obviously, Meghan wants to play them. She the one came out with this statement talking about how the paparazzi was going to kill a whole bunch of people in one night. Why would you even predict that? Why would a princess predict that? Let me tell you something. Meghan is making a fool out of herself, and no one is there to protect them. No one. No one sane and lucid is in the car. Not the security person, not no one. Everybody just saying, yes, Meghan, yes, Meghan, yes. 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 Here's the deal. If this doesn't get the Americans' attention that there is something wrong over there in Montecito, then I'm done. Then nothing will. Then nothing will. Because you don't need any more receipts. You don't. And if you keep needing them, then you just don't want to see. Period. It just, you know what? It is what Meghan says it is, and that's it. But what she wasn't banking on, that them questioning her, and what she better be careful is, if they decide that she was frauding them and saying something that she shouldn't have said, and knowing that she shouldn't have said it, saying all this stuff, and causing a panic. People don't like to be frightened. People don't want to feel that way. People don't want to be like, oh my God, are they okay? And then find out it was a joke. Girl. Yep. They were doing their job. That's that. Meghan is so dangerous. Because she takes what is needed. She takes what's already there and destroys it. She took the paparazzi that was supposed to be there. That's a normal situation. And she turned it into something worse. And the only thing that came to mind was she was trying to get back to where she was going. And she didn't want them to know where she lived. It took you 2 hours to decide. Let me tell you something. I'm a princess, okay? I done married him. I don't care what y'all say. I'm the bee. I'm the boss. Meghan and Harry. This is me. This is me. I'm married to Harry though. And I'm saying this. Seriously. This is a serious conversation. I'm the boss. And what I'm not going to be doing is riding around for 2 hours trying to get to my destination. Oh, hell no. I would have got out the car and said, listen, I'm trying to get home. Is this the shot you want? What shot you need? Get it. You want it with the crown? Hold on, let me get it out my purse. All right, get it. You getting it? You want Harry in there too? Come on, Harry, get out the dang car. All right. Y'all want me to smile? Okay, now I'm on my way home, okay? And can you let the other drivers know? And I don't, I want my privacy now. I would have told the security guard to tell him. I would have told the police officer to tell him. But it wouldn't have been no 2 hours. Because I'm the queen. I don't want to be riding around for no 2 hours. I'm tired. And so get this shot because that's all they wanted. That's what they were there for, was to take her picture. And then they also thought that they were going to dinner. I heard in their statement that they honestly thought that after the award show that they were going to dinner. And so they don't dispute that they wasn't following Meghan and Harry. There's no dispute there. They were. And that's what the journalist said. She said, it sounds like, according to multiple witnesses. Let's continue. According to multiple witnesses, what Meghan and Harry claim is not what happened. That is not what happened. That's what the witnesses said. Because we didn't see nothing. We didn't see that. We didn't see the chase. There wasn't a chase. They have witnesses. Already. Already. No, multiple, several. Remember she was several in it? There were several conversations about his skin color. She's several in it lying. She lied on the royal family. This is my receipt. This is why my channel exists, guys. This is it. This is it. Is that her and Harry sent off an alarm bell, and you can't tell me that Joe didn't get a call because the prince is in duress. Imagine something happening to Harry. I'm going to let that set for a second. Because it just popped into my brain. And when it does, like I'm just still trying to register. Imagine the King Charles's son having a killed in New York City by a paparazzi. The same thing that happened to his mother. What the? This story isn't over by a long shot. This will be broken into bits and pieces. We are just beginning. Because then there's the whole element is, why are you trying to recreate something that happened to his mother? See? That's when I told my husband, I said, that's how I know she's living in a movie. Meghan is living in a movie up here. And so from now on, if I came across her, I would treat her as such. Because you can't talk to her in a real world setting. Because this is what pisses me off about her. Is that she doesn't think about the people that is affected by the things that they do. Now she's downtown New York City. The mayor is like, oh my God, the prince is in duress. Get to him immediately, if we already haven't, and make sure he is covered from head to toe. That's what I believe happened. Because can you imagine getting that call that they died like Diana because of Meghan's shenanigans? See, she don't think about the things that she gets ready to say because she's just living in this stupid world. And so you can't tell me that the mayor didn't panic. And I think he was just a tad bit upset with her for lying and saying that it was a 2-hour chase. I've never seen anyone just come out, well, maybe I have, but he just told it like it was right there. No, it's in impossible. It's impossible for this pencil to work. And what she's saying is impossible. And just like Queen Elizabeth, recollections may vary. That is not what happened over here, or in here. And who would ever believe her when you saw how we treated her? So we just gave her a 30 million pound wedding just because? She didn't even say thank you. Did she thank them? This is a selfish, nasty, manipulative, self-centered. I have never even in my life have come across anyone this is just, you can't make this up. I believe Tom Bauer is going to say something like this. Here it is. Here's the shenanigans. Here's the bombshell. Here it is. This is it. Eric, can you imagine Prince William dying? Prince Harry dying in a car crash in New York City? No. Just think about that. Think about that. Yeah, that would be like some really, people would just be like, oh my God, what the heck has just happened? Like the world would be coming to an end. Seriously. And she's putting out statements like that. And you know King Charles is like, what the hell is going on? Is my son okay? Was that what she wanted? The family to be like, are you guys okay? Was Meghan expecting Catherine then to say, are you okay, Meghan? How was the kids? The kids wasn't there. Just let me know what you think. Do you think that she was trying to get the attention of King Charles to check on her or something like that? What the what? I think it's what I said earlier about that. Anyway, let's move on because I'm 40. This is a deep dive, okay? And so the witnesses, they said it's impossible. And that's when that lady was like, she was shaking her head like this, the news lady. She said, they said it is impossible for you to be in New York City going at any high speeds for any amount of time because it is so busy. And there's police everywhere and there's lights everywhere. You can't. Multiple witnesses said that. And so then it's not, because they said that's not what happened. They just flat out said that what she said is not what happened, period. So you got multiple witnesses now saying that that's not the story. It's absolutely impossible for a car chase to happen in Manhattan. I'm going to keep going. Then, so the reporter says, she says, yeah, she said, it's tricky. You can't. It's not something that you can do. And then she goes on to say that also, too, the mayor said that it was challenging, but there were no arrests, no tickets, no one was told to go home or whatever, or anything like that. They were assisted by the police officers. And then they, went on. I believe they were assisted by the police officers throughout. I just really do. Because when they got in the taxi, why was police following them? Had they realized? It's just, they're investigating. Because the journalist said, she said, there's a lot of unanswered questions here. She says, we're waiting on the full investigation, so we'll find out because they're leaving us with more answers than questions. But right now, based on what we have, it sounds like that it was it could have been considered a collective Hollywood stunt. She said, it looks like it could have been a stunt, just a flat out PR stunt. And then this is a lady in New York. And then she gets back to the other lady and she says, wow, okay. And they're on there. Here's the next question. She says, well, I know that the mayor said it was challenging, but of course there was no arrest, no tickets, nothing. But Meghan said it could have been, they were chasing them for 2 hours and all hell was breaking loose. And they didn't know what to do. They were in just this panic. They were flying down like she tried to reinvent that act that happened with Diana on a country road or whatever. No, or wherever Diana was. But what I'm saying is stop it. She needs to stop that. And they're in there looking stupid. He's got a camera flashing and Doria probably just freaked out just because. If you couldn't handle it, Doria, maybe you should have stayed at home. Because Meghan is used to maybe she's not used to the flash. But this is what the reporter said. She says, what I don't understand is no one is really talking about these two. No one is really, this is what they said about her in America. The UK talk about her. But only TMZ talks about her, which is not a big audience. And so that's why my mom has to get the information from me. Because they don't know all that. Because the news don't report it. Because Meghan and Harry are not news. They are entertainment news. But now they have hit the news. My mom's news. And that's why she's calling me saying, what? Meghan has opened Pandora's box and she's going to have to answer some questions. Because it's not like the Queen. We can talk. We're not a country that just be quiet. No. We want to get to the bottom of it. We want to know what really happened. And we're going to find out. And it's going to be plastered, but it's already coming out. And so let's continue. The mayor says it's a little challenging, but everything was fine. In other words, nothing happened. But he do understand what happened to his mom and that it can be a little frightening if you're not used to it. That's what he was trying to say. Because this happens all the time. And you guys are not exempt because you are new celebrities. But people don't like you anymore, Meghan. And maybe you tried to do this for whatever reason, but no one thinks you're in duress anymore. Because you're not in, like someone said, you're not in a country where people are going to just attack you. No one's stupid. No one's hating you like that. Only the Taliban. But they're not here. It's funny, but it's not. She disrupts everyone's lives and keeps getting away with it. It's okay. So those paparazzis aren't in duress. And now this taxi cab, he's famous. But even the witnesses, they're like, what is going on? What is she talking about? What we've been talking about. She's a narcissistic person that thinks only of herself. And that relationship with her and Harry is so over. I believe everything that I say about them. I do. I do. I really do believe it now. At first I was like, no. No, I never second guessed it, but I do believe it. Anyway, moving on. Meghan and Harry. So then she says, let me just add this, because she's not happy. The journalist that is in New York, you can tell she has like a slight attitude. And she says, well, let me just bring this up to you, because it was said recently that Meghan and Harry are coming up with their next Netflix series, and they're going to be talking about the coronation issues that they had. along with Archie, their son's birthday, you know, those issues or something like that. And then I wouldn't be surprised if they put this in there as well. I was like in the living room, I think. I don't know where I was when I heard that. And I turned around because I was just like, right? Here's the deal. Someone needs to get a whole tote. That's what my mom would say. She would call us and say, listen, one of y'all need to get the whole tote to her. A whole tote. That's my culture coming out. It has to. I'm going to say it again. Someone needs, that's when it's bad. When it's bad over here, my mom will call one of us, one of y'all need to get a hope tote. Hope tote to them. Whoever that was in the family that was doing something. And so we would be the ones be like, okay, let's come up with a strategy and figure it out. And we would figure it out and move on. But we knew when my mom said that, like, okay, like we all need to collaborate here. You know, like I need your help. And so that's what my mom would say. Someone needs to get a hope tote to her. Because I just believe, and it just could be me, because this is it for me. If she is not accountable for this, then she is unfreaking touchable. Because you cannot set off alarm bells like she did and think that people are not going to be like, what the hell just happened? How did it happen? How can it be prevented? And so on and so on. But when the story is not adding up and there's no footage of it because there's cameras everywhere. You can't do nothing in New York City without the police knowing. It's impossible. They have you on camera. And so if they were being chased and on the sidewalk, wouldn't they be in jail for putting the King Charles's son in danger? I know the mayor was really concerned, very concerned. Yes. You know, I'm not saying that he wasn't concerned about Meghan, but the prince was in the car, okay? The prince. And I don't know if Meghan, let me let her know. Meghan, it's not you in the car, but it's you making the decisions in the car. And people are believing that it's you making the decisions now. Sorry, my nose. Let me get this. Please forgive me if I was doing that a lot. I am so sorry. If I did, I probably won't be able to post this video. I'm posting it. I never get the sniffles, and I'm just like, what is that? And so I hope I didn't do that through the whole time, because I'm posting this. I put everything into this one because it's personal. Okay, so she's decided that she is going to continue on this downward spiral of going after the royal family. Don't do it. That is my advice to you. Leave the royal family alone. Gail, all of y'all, please. They will cut you. No one's going to watch that show. And when they do, we're going to be like, what the hell do you know about them? Are they studying it now? Are they educating themselves on everything that Sue knows? My God. No, they're not. They just in there Get some fresh new faces. I'm sick of seeing the same people and the same ideas and the same thoughts. So I don't care what Gail thinks. I don't care what Charles Barkley thinks. I don't care. So what? What? Oh God, okay. I'm talking too long. I can tell. My phone is dying. Okay, so here's the problem. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really do. I think I'm going to take a break for a moment too. Hold on just a second. Okay, so hopefully